lazy. I wanna be lazy.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. This is Amuse-Bouche, the podcast. I am Addy.
I am Julie.
She's Julie.
Oh, it's this way for me. And we're here to distract you from the horrors that all the world has to offer. Oh, jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Yes, we do a audiovisual jazz hands. It's important to rest prior to the revolution and be distracted, but also a meaningful distraction because we're going to learn something about somebody or something, which is nice. It's good for us. It's good for you if you're actually listening to this.
It's good for your brains. It's good for your heart. It is really positive.
Us menopausal Gen Xers, it's just,
necessity.
It is. It's important. It's good to keep our brains full of knowledge. And in my whole 54 years, I had never learned about this person. I heard about this person, but I'd never learned about this person.
Okay.
But before we get into it, Julie,
gotta breathe.
I'm
ready to breathe.
Breathing is important. Not just regular breathing.
Let's do our finger breathing again. I loved that. Can we do that?
Yeah, of course we can. Do whatever we want. It's our podcast.
I love that.
Okay, everyone. So if you're not driving, because this might not be the best thing to do while driving unless you can finagle it. And definitely don't close your eyes if you're driving. But if you can close your eyes, we are going to take a deep breath and we're going to press our thumbs to our first finger, right? And then we're going to take one big inhale.
It's so bizarre to me, and I would like to.
And then, you feel that it's like right up high in your chest. Okay, and then we take a big deep. We're going to put our second finger to our thumb, so our middle finger, our fuck you finger. Thumb, right?
How can I do that? Okay,
we're going to flip off MAGA, and we're going to touch our thumbs, and then we're going to take one more inhale. And exhale.
Wild.
And it's just a little bit lower in the chest. You can actually feel it in the lungs now, not just kind of the upper. And then we're going to do our ring finger to our thumb.
Okay.
And one more inhale. And exhale.
So good.
And it goes down even lower. But we're not done there.
Somebody, if you're listening and you understand what the fuck's going on and why touching your fingers changes it, please someone tell me. I mean, I guess I could Google.
I don't know. It's so funny. I used to yell at my mom all the time. She'd ask me a question. I'd be like, oh my God, Google it. And now I'm like, it is nice to hear information from a human.
Yes. A human that actually fucking knows what they're talking about too, not just read it. So if you know, please tell us.
Okay, so last one, we're going to do pinkies to our thumbs. And then we're going to inhale and exhale.
It feels important because all of those areas should get their own separate thing. So I really love that. And I want to make sure we do that sometimes too. It feels so good.
It is a really good way to connect with your body. I think especially women from a young age, we are taught to disconnect from our bodies, right? And just see it as a commodity or something to change. I learned today that one of the reasons it is thought that women should be hairless, because that always been taught it was patriarchy and white supremacy. But today I learned that in 1915, Gillette wasn't selling quite enough razors to men.
Great. So they advertised for women.
They did. They started, they created a problem.
Of course.
Hair was a problem. Hair's not a problem. Look.
No, it's literally supposed to be there. Everybody's body is supposed to have it. Yeah. If only our bodies only grew hair here and here and here and nowhere else. Wouldn't that be magical? And that's also so you look naked more like a child, which is creepy as fuck.
That part.
Thanks, Gillette. Give us more work to do.
Anyway, I stopped shaving about 2 years ago, and it's quite freeing.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of punk rock to have armpit hair.
I love it. Punk rock. Why not?
I know.
I do it because personally I don't like the armpit hair, and I've never evaluated why. Maybe it has just been inbred in me for so long. I never thought about it. And I don't, my legs, I mean, I shave my legs like if once a week, especially in the winter. Why? I'm wearing pants every day. And I'm gonna tell you, I've never been kicked out of my bed. Okay.
No, my husband could not care less. I don't know that he even notices, to be fair.
I don't think so.
Because at my ripe age, the hair on my legs is not very thick anyways.
No.
And I wear leggings a lot, even under dresses and skirts.
Yeah.
Because I wear a knee brace. And so the leggings cover the knee brace. So people don't go, oh my God, what's wrong with your knee? Well, I'm a heavyset woman in her 50s who stands for a living.
And I don't want to talk about it either.
No, not to everyone.
I deal with it every day. I don't want to talk about it.
Correct.
That's lovely. Yeah, I know. My daughter's just about there, ready to shave, and I'm like, oh God, really? It's fine blonde hair. I'm like, maybe you should leave it.
Yeah,
so much less work.
Only do it if you want to. That's what I would tell her.
Yes.
If you feel like you need to shave so that your friends don't make fun of you or something like that. But it is absolutely not necessary or important.
No, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. And your body is supposed to have hair.
Yeah.
Why is it not gross on body? It is gross on women. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. And take ownership of your body. Whatever you want to do to it or not do to it, do or do not do those things.
Yeah. That stand-up comedian, did I send her to you? I fucking love her. If I didn't send her to you, I will. Where she's just talking about like we train our whole lives for birth because we're like forced to be in pain all the time. And she's like, we got mustaches at the same time that you did, but we had to take ours off.
Yes.
She's like, we had little tiny Asian women sew it off of our fucking faces. I'm like, yes. I love her. I'll send her to you.
All right. Well, speaking of beauty, today I bring to you the very interesting story of beauty mogul Helena Rubinstein.
Yay.
Helena Rubinstein.
Yes.
Okay. I got all the information from her from the Jewish Women's Archive, the Metropolitan Museum of Art.com, and Life.com.
Yes. Metropolitan Museum of Art is an excellent source. I use it a lot. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So Helena was born Chaya Rubinstein on December 25th, 1870 in Krakow, Poland.
Wow.
She was the oldest of 8 sisters.
Wow, 8 girls. Lucky parents.
I know.
8 girls.
I wrote down their names because I'm like,
oh, I want to hear them.
Yeah, right? So we had Pauline, Rosa, Regina, Stella, Keska, Menka, and Erna.
Good job. They did good job. Those are fun.
So her father was a wholesale food broker. He wasn't super successful, but I mean, they were still able to be stylish and well kept. Their mother
fed. That's 10 people to feed. Holy shit.
Their mother, Augusta, had a huge influence on them, and she trained them that they could gain power and influence through beauty and love. Helena was smart as a whip, and she used to help her father in his business with his books, and she wanted to go to school. They told her that she would be able to go to school if she wanted, but she still had to get married. And so then they set her up with a man who was 35 years old when she was 18.
No. Okay,
And she
it's the
said,
1800s. That's fucking gross, but it's the
and
1800s,
that's
right?
okay. You know what? This smarty little pants went, fuck that noise. And she took 12 jars of her mom's homemade face cream and
Okay.
emigrated to Australia to live with her uncle.
You know what she did, Addy? You know what she did? She fucked politeness.
She absolutely did.
Is it weird to wear a different podcast
He was like,
merch
an
on your
old
own?
man, you want to marry me? To an old man, I got shit to do.
I got shit to do. I'm far too smart
yes,
for that nonsense.
totally. Such nonsense. So, she moved to Australia. I can't even imagine being 18 years old and you're Polish.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I've never seen Australia. I can't go on YouTube and see what that's like.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to take a chance.
Wow.
And move where all the sheep are.
I find you so funny at the most random stuff. Move where all the sheep are. Also the kangaroos. That's fun.
I mean, did she even
didn't
know what a
even know.
kangaroo was?
She didn't even know it existed.
No.
And koalas and all those
So,
other marsupials.
In Australia, she stood out because she was very stylish and she had this beautiful complexion. Everybody there was withered from the sun, like sad little raisins, and they were like, "Oi, give us your jars of beautiful."
Why is that so good? That was so good. Oi, drop your routine.
Oi. Okay. And she realized that she could sell these jars. So she wrote back to her mom and was like, send me more jars. And then eventually she was like, actually, maybe just send me the recipe because I can sell them faster than you can send them. She eventually stopped getting along with her uncle. Fair enough. He probably wanted her to get married and stop like making jars of cream. So she moved to Melbourne and became a waitress. And eventually she found an admirer, wink, wink, who was willing to give her money to launch her cream properly with like beautiful jars in boxes. And she named it Creme Valais. With herbs from the Carpathian Mountains. There were no herbs from Carpathian Mountains, but at a very early age, she knew that, like, doing a little pseudoscience and doing a little like song and dance helped you sell things.
Beauty sells in general. It always has, right? You're making promises.
Yes.
And you said she's in Melbourne, Australia?
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
So, it cost her 10 pence to make it, and she sold it for 6 shillings.
Nice.
Soon, she was able to open a fashionable salon. Wow. And she was fascinated by science. She was the very first skincare brand to be science kind of forward. And so what she did that was different back then was when customers came in, she diagnosed their skincare issue.
Okay. And
prescribed a suitable cream for it. And she was the first one to dictate the different, which we still use today. I have an oily complexion. I have a dry complexion. I have a combination complexion.
Wow. So did she have any knowledge of those things, or she just fly by the seat of her pants?
She was a smart lady. She wasn't wrong probably most of the time, but she didn't have a science background. Wow. She just knew that using science to sell her product. So look, this isn't the most positive thing. She was a capitalist, but I like the history.
Also, well, she's a capitalist, but at this time, she was also a woman who otherwise would have had to be married off, start having babies, stay at home, and take care of the home. And she was like, well, that's not going to happen. And this is the only way for me to do it without that.
I mean, she does manage to get married a couple times and she does have some children, but it never stops her from doing what she loved the
Right, and she
most,
did
which
it
was
her way. She did
she
it her
absolutely
way.
did.
So, like, I don't look at that as the negative kind of capitalism. Busting your ass to get what you need is positive no matter what, and she had to do it her way.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well,
Good
and
for
she
her.
had a really great theory, which is uh she wasn't seen as the most beautiful woman, right?
Mhm,
But she knew that when her skin looked and felt good, her confidence made her
mhm.
beautiful. And
Isn't
she
that the truth?
believed that if she could im- imbue that confidence into her customers, that they
Mhm.
themselves would also be beautiful. She was quoted as saying, "There are no ugly women, only lazy ones."
Nice. I like it.
Which, I mean, I probably would rephrase that in today's, but I think back then, like, if if you're not even washing your face in the morning and at night and
Yeah,
doing the basics of skincare so that you feel confident in your
yeah,
visage,
yeah,
which is how the world views you, it's important that it look nice.
yeah,
Um, yeah,
yeah, I
okay.
like that though.
All right, so she opens her first salon. It's, 1902.
Wow.
Um, and she was selling those creams for 6 shillings. So in today's money,
Do I get
do
to
you want
guess?
to guess or do you want me
Yes,
to
I
tell
wanna
you?
guess. Okay,
Okay.
I don't even know shillings to dollars.
Okay. So
Um,
shillings, so how many pounds do you
okay.
think 6 shillings would be? And just guess anything you want.
Okay, in today's money, how many pounds? 120?
47, 47 pounds.
That's a good costed cream though, right? Like, good
Yeah.
costed, that's not a word, but that's a middle grade cream now.
So in dollars, 47 pounds would be about 64 pounds.
Yeah, that's a middle grade cream right now, right? Because even
Mhm.
if you go to the Walmart, the Olay creams are 20 bucks.
Yeah.
That's your bottom barrel.
So, L'Oreal bought Helena Rubinstein
Oh,
company in 1984, I think, or
I didn't
something
know.
like that. And um, they still make and sell creams, only in Europe, not in the US.
Mhm.
Um, and her creams sell between, for sort of the low end ones, 165, and
Wow.
the highest one I found was 785.
Oh, those are like
Aggressive.
above La Mer prices. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So once the Melbourne salon was going well, she made enough money, moved to Sydney, and opened a second salon. She hired one of her sisters, and she did this frequently, to come
Mm,
and run the Melbourne one so that she knew it would be taken care of, and ran that Sydney salon for about 5 years,
okay.
until she made enough money, and then she decided to move to London.
Wow. So she left the Melbourne store to a sister, moved to Sydney. Did she leave the Sydney store to a sister?
She did.
And then she moved to London. Bless her
She moved to
heart.
London. Now in London, so I think we're in, let's see, what year is this? So I think this is like 1908 at this point. So women weren't able to get a bank loan, so she had to use her own money. So she used $100,000 of her own money to open a London salon.
Okay.
Um, while she was in London being super successful, she fell in love and married a journalist named Edward Titus.
Okay.
She had 2 sons, Roy Valentine and Horace.
Okay. Ah,
I know,
Roy is so normal.
but Roy Valentine is kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
it's kind of fun. I like
I know.
it.
And then in 1912, she and her family moved to Paris to open another salon. So she's got a husband, she's got 2 sons, but she's like, I'm not done.
Mhm.
Um, while she was in Paris, she she loved the nightlife and just how many people were there. She would throw these huge dinner parties. I think she had the French ambassador to her house at one point, and he was just like disgusted with her or something, and like made some comment that her people burned Joan of Arc at the stake, and she was like, "Well, somebody had to do it."
Oh shit. She's salty. I like her.
Yeah. And then she met Marcel Proust,
Okay.
and he asked her a question, and she just like was like, "Who the fuck are you?" and walked away from him. Later on, she was like, "I didn't know he was going to be famous. He smelled like mothballs."
I think she lost the ability to lie, perhaps, or the
Yeah.
interest in it. Yeah.
When World War I broke out in 15, about, she left Europe and moved to New York with her family and opened her first American salon.
Wow.
Julie, what do you think was going on in these salons? Well, I'm going to tell you, Julie.
Yeah. I can't
Okay.
even guess.
So if you've ever seen the 1938 movie, The Women, which is entirely only women are in the movie.
Okay.
So there's no men, not even the animals in the movie are men. It's only women.
Okay.
In the very beginning, and throughout the film, you see them going into a salon just like this.
Okay.
So there's custom facials and peels, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. They had oxygen therapy, so they filtered oxygen and herbal solutions to spray on the face.
Okay.
They did body wellness, so they wrapped the body in hot blankets. They used infrared baths, massage, girdle fittings, and there was a famous 21 raw veggie lunch.
Wow. Okay, I have to say, wrap me in hot blankets sounds like the best day of my life.
I
Are you
know.
fucking
You're
kidding
gonna
me?
wrap
And
me in a
feed me?
hot blanket and like spray my face with like herbal things.
And
Thank
then
you.
feed me. And then feed me, Addy.
And then feed me a yummy, healthy lunch.
Yeah, take me back. Where
Take all my
do I
money.
do that now?
I know. Skin diagnostics using a dermal lens. So one of those giant magnifying lenses, like right
Wow.
at your face to like see your pores and all the little things,
Mhm.
to determine like, what your skin regimen should be.
Okay.
And then to top it all off, after your day of beauty, which was her whole thing, you'd go in for a day of beauty.
Okay.
There was grooming, so you could get a haircut, scalp massage, mani-pedi, and custom application.
Wow.
They also had classes. They taught classes on various beauty, and they had people come to speak. You could pay for a class or pay to go hear someone talk about, like, your diet, or like how to set your hair, how to do your own makeup, classes on like what perfumes smell best on you, that sort of thing.
That would cost a fortune now, but I would go. If I had a fortune to
I
spend,
mean, we could do a girls' weekend, and
that
like
would
that
be
would be the main
so
thing we did. You know what I mean? Like,
that would be so nice. That sounds so good and
oh, maybe
pampery
that's
and
what we should
lovely.
do next year for our girls' weekend. We
A
should find
full
like one of those mineral spas or
Yes.
something.
I wanna try mud. I wanna
Mm.
try being wrapped up in shit. I want cucumbers on my eyeballs and someone to rub my back till I scream. I mean, not in pain, but in ecstasy. That sounds
Sure.
heavenly. Let's do it.
All right. She also knew that women love to do all these sorts of things in a beautiful space. So she cared about how it looked. She made sure that she had the best designers, interior designers, and she collected art for herself personally, but
Mhm.
she would put like, beautiful paintings on the walls and statues and gorgeous draperies and lounge chairs and things like that. So she understood like, what women wanted.
Mm.
Okay. So in 1928, she had about close to a dozen salons in America alone. And the Lehman Brothers wanted to buy them. So she sold them for $7.3 million.
In what year?
on 1928,
Oh my God, that's a lot of money, and
making
it's a
her the
lot of money
richest
now.
making her the richest woman in the world.
Oh my gosh, how do we not know her name?
I know.
Like more, okay.
Well, girl, later that year, there was a kind of a famous market crash that happened.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so her beautiful salons were suddenly worth not as much. So in 1930, she bought them back
For way less than she got
for
for
about
them.
well, some sources said like less than a million, and some sources says 1.1.5 million. But either way, like she bought them back for less than what she paid for them.
She made $6 million
She in fact did,
and
and
didn't
still
do anything. She didn't lose anything.
she didn't.
That's some fucking brilliant business work right there. Wow.
At their height, they were worth about $100 million. Yeah,
Boss bitch energy. I love her.
I know. She also had a very fun, well, it's fun for us now, probably not fun at the time. She had a long and famous rivalry with Elizabeth Arden.
Mm.
It was so famous that books were written about it. There was a stage play called Lip Service. There was a Broadway musical called War Paint that was staged in 2017, starring Patti LuPone and Christine Ebersole, and they both received Tony nominations. It only ran for a year, but still fun.
Patti LuPone, Queen of Broadway. Playing you is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and also, like, Patti LuPone, the makeup they put on her, she looks so much like Helena, it's kind of shocking.
Well, is that picture Patti LuPone? Because the picture you sent me looked like Patti LuPone.
I know, right? It's not.
Yeah. Wow, so that's amazing. So she was the perfect person to play her.
Absolutely. They never spoke each other's names. Helena would call her that woman, or she would refer to her as the other one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, respect. I get it.
So Helena stayed married to Mr. Titus until 1938, and then she remarried a German prince who was 20 years younger than her.
Oh, good
It
girl.
was rumored that she just wanted the title.
Can't blame her.
I mean,
who doesn't want to be a princess?
When you have everything, maybe become a princess. She, like I said earlier, she loved art and had a huge collection and had her portrait painted by all sorts of artists, including Salvador Dali, Picasso, and Andy Warhol.
Nice.
She died at age 95 of natural causes, April 1st, 1965.
95 is old. She made it to 95 is impressive.
She did. She had a really good life. Yeah. She never had any work done on her face.
Lovely.
Yeah, she said, growing old is a privilege. So a lot of her advertisement techniques are still used today. Some of them are a little toxic, but I mean, she was a revolutionary. Yes. But the Helena Rubinstein Foundation was established in 1953 and operated through 2011 and distributed $130 million to education, arts, and community in organizations in New York.
Love that.
I have some fun facts for you, Julie.
Yee! Love a fun fact.
The Helena Rubinstein Foundation was one of the primary financial backers originally for Sesame Street.
Oh, the best of the best. Oh.
She tried to move into a Park Avenue building in New York. It makes sense. You're like, I have all this money. I'm a huge deal. I want to live on Park Avenue. But they refused her application because she was Jewish. So Julie,
double raspberry thumbs down. That's
so Julie, she bought the building.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I love that boss bitch energy. Good girl.
She also launched the very first waterproof mascara in 1939.
Because women cry. The world is hard.
I love this. She launched it using a water ballet at the New York World's Fair.
Ooh, that's smart.
I
Look
know.
at their mascara. Nary a hair out of place, and they've been underwater. Yeah.
She was famously frugal from day to day. So she spent money on like art and jewelry and clothing, but like on her day to day, like she she was very frugal. And so she brought her lunch to work every day in a brown paper bag.
It's probably why she lived so long. She ate well. You're not eating
Yeah, and
takeout all the time.
not
Yeah.
eating like somebody else's food. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure she had a cook or whatever, but at the age of 90, she was robbed in her Manhattan apartment by 3 gunmen, and she flatly refused to give them her jewels and said she'd rather die. She was so frustrated with They were so frustrated with the experience that they left with only $200 in cash.
Good girl. Wow, she's a little boss. I love her.
And that is some pretty decent amount of information on Helena
It
Rubinstein.
was a lot, and I love her. I'd rather die than give my jewels to you.
Oh my God, my favorite
Money.
is there were so many things about her. I mean, I could have gone on, but in each of her houses, which is a terrible thing to say in this day and age because Jesus Christ, but back then, her jewels, she arranged them in alphabetical order.
Okay.
Which I was like, to have so many jewels that you need to arrange them. And then I had more questions and I couldn't find out, which is why I didn't put it in there. Like, is it alphabetical by like the kind of stone that's in it? Or are these statement pieces that have like a name to them, like the Hope Diamond or something? You know what I mean? Like what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway.
Yeah, but she wanted a way to organize them. If you have that many, you would, and why not? I would probably go by color, but she went by. That's awesome. I love that.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Addy, for teaching me about her. Now I'm looking at her pictures with renewed vision.
Yes. So I sent you some photos, and some are of her beautiful face, which I actually really like. But I like a statement nose on a human being.
I do too. It says a lot about a person.
And she very famously didn't dress super contemporary. She sort of dressed almost like she was wearing vintage clothing when that wasn't super fashionable. And then I took some photos of what her salon was like. So you see some instruction being done and some hair being done and then some advertisement of her mascara and her lipstick, and then some portraits that were painted of her.
The portraits being painted is rad. Those are so cool.
Yeah. So the second one is Picasso's sketch of her, and the third one obviously is Salvador Dali.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah. Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
Boy, amazing to have such incredible artists want to make art of you, let alone do it.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine because I think she even collaborated with Dali. She had him do a mural in her salon, and I think she asked him to design like a compact or something.
Oh, that's so cool. Wow.
Yeah. And she must have been like just kind of I think from the description, she was just this sort of over the top, like huge campy personality. And so people were just drawn to her. Yeah.
I loved that. Well, thank you for telling me all about her. I am now going to first, we're going to do some true or falses, Addy, and see if you can answer correctly, as you 99% of the time do.
The pressure.
I know. Okay. There's a lot of pressure, but I have faith in you because you're a smarty pants. Okay.
Okay.
True or false? I'm starting at the bottom of my list. So some of these are about TV shows and movies, which are fun.
Very fun.
True or false? The Star Trek transporter was invented by a production assistant who wondered why the future wouldn't have teleportation.
Oh. That's so specific.
It is so specific. It is. I thought so too.
I feel like that has to be true.
It is false. It was It was actually invented as a cost-saving idea to prevent having to film the Enterprise taking off and landing over and over and over.
Oh.
Which is kind of brilliant too.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I thought so. All right. Number 2. Excuse me. The iconic theme of the X-Files was created by accident, Addy. True or false?
Well, I know it was written by Mark Snow.
Very good.
What kind of nerd knows that?
You! The best kind, only the best.
Created by accident.
Oh, the best. I love it.
Ding, ding.
Yeah. Makes me want to laugh. I love it.
Sure, yes.
Okay. True. One of the producers accidentally hit the echo button on the control pad and they liked it so much they kept it. Nice. It's so good. Makes you hear it differently. Now I want to go back and listen.
Yeah.
All right. True or false? DC Comics boasts a superhero named Arms Fall Off Boy. My favorite joy in life is getting you to laugh. I just have to tell you that. Well, so I'm just happy that happened. I don't care what happens from here on.
Julie, I very recently created and I can't send it to you because I'm on Apple Music and you're still on Spotify, but
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. We all make choices. So I created a crazy like song playlist and you know, it has like Peaches by the President of the America.
Oh.
And then
Presidents of the United States.
Yes, Presidents of the United States of America. And just like Wall of Voodoo's Mexican Radio. Nice. And Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh God. This is like a nostalgic playlist.
Yes, weird nostalgic playlist. And one of the songs I put on it is Detachable Penis by King Missile, which
I remember.
Played all the time on the radio when I lived in San Francisco in the 90s.
I lived in the Bay Area, so same.
Yes. You couldn't avoid Detachable Penis. It was just played. And it was playing in my earbuds the other day at work while I was like heating up my lunch. And I was just smiling the entire time that somebody wrote this song, somebody recorded the song, people played this song, and now I'm listening to it in a Bloomingdale's like lunchroom. It was just funny.
Only DC Comics had made a Penis Falls Off Boy.
I know, but when you said Arms Falls Off, I was like, oh,
that's all you could think about.
Yeah, Detachable Penis. I don't want them to have made an Arms Fall Off Boy just because it's a terrible name. It's a terrible name.
It's a terrible name,
but I believe the DC Comics probably did something that stupid. So
they did. Yes. True. Arms Fall Off Boy, predictably, has the power to detach his own limbs and uses them as weapons. Equally predictable, he has never made an appearance. No. Because why would he? Who would play him, Addy? Who? Okay. Number 4. The mask Michael Myers wears in Halloween is actually a white Captain Kirk mask.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, true. Because the original 1978 film had a shoestring budget, the production designer Tommy Lee Wallace bought the cheapest mask he could find at the local Hollywood costume shop, which was a $1.98 Captain Kirk mask. He stripped it, removed the sideburns and eyebrows, altered the eyes, cut the holes significantly larger, painted it, sprayed the face white, teased the hair, turned the mask inside out, flipped it, and created a blank, emotionless expression that became the hallmark. I thought that was so fascinating.
Yes.
I had seen that it was Captain Kirk. I had not seen all the work he had done on it, which was impressive. And last but not least, in the movie Home Alone, one of our favorites around here, the picture of Buzz's girlfriend was actually a photo of one of the crew members' daughters.
Oh. I mean, sure.
No. Oh, thank God, no. It says it was actually a picture of a boy in the wig, which was kind because the director thought it would be just cruel to use a real girl's photo as an ugly gag. Because
Oh,
remember,
I see.
Kevin goes,
No, I've
Buzz,
never
your
seen the movie.
girlfriend. Oh, he goes, Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
Oh.
So funny. We love that scene and we laugh every time. And that is the end of your true or falses for today, Addy. You did pretty darn good, as usual. The further we go, hopefully the harder they'll get.
Yes.
All right. And then I have a fun little factual info log for you, which I found fascinating because it was studies on dog people versus cat people. Now, the thing that's odd for me is that I couldn't pick one. I genuinely, obsessively love, admire, want all of them. I think dogs and cats are my favorite animals on the planet just because of how magical they are and how wonderful. I mean, wild animals, I'd pick an elephant, but I obsessively love both. So it's interesting. And I wonder if you could tell me which one you think I fall into when I tell you all the facts of both. Okay. We'll start with dogs. Dog people are more extroverted by brain wiring. Dog ownership triggers higher baseline oxytocin through eye contact and touch. Dog people have stronger pack bonding instincts. They show stronger neurological responses to group identity and social approval. Dog people are better at reading facial expressions. Research in animal cognition found that dog owners outperform cat owners at reading facial expression. Dogs have evolved specific facial muscles purely to communicate with humans, sharpening their owners' emotional recognition over time. Dog people recover from stress faster. The American Heart Association research found dog owners have lower resting heart rates, lower blood pressure, and recover from their stress faster. The effect holds even when controlling for exercise, pointing to neurological bonding mechanisms. Dog owners score higher on conscientiousness, the trait linked to discipline and rule following. Dog people tend to be morning people with brain activity peaking early in the day. Okay, and now cat people. Cat people trend toward introversion neurologically, requiring less external stimulation to feel comfortable. Not by choice, but by brain chemistry. Cat owners show lower sensitivity to social hierarchy and a higher natural tolerance for being alone. Cat people score higher on openness to experience. A University of Texas study of 4,500 people found that cat owners score higher on intellectual curiosity and creative thinking. Cat people feel everything more intensely. A 2010 study of 600 people found cat owners score higher on neuroticism, which means, that sounds bad, but it means they feel things more deeply and are more prone to anxiety. Yeah, the same trait is also linked to deeper empathy and stronger creative output. Cat people tend to score higher on intelligence assessments. In 2014, Carroll University study found cat owners score higher on IQ assessments, and researchers linked this to lifestyle. Cat owners tend to read more, work longer hours, and prefer solitary intellectually stimulating activities. Cat people are more likely to be night owls. Cat owners consistently skew towards evening chronotypes, which brain chemistry peaking later in the day. Now, I am both. So which one do you think I am? So which one?
I think you have, I mean, here's the thing, like we can take multitudes, right? So no person is, I'm sure there's some people who fall into those, like one or either of the categories, but I think you and I both have attributes from both.
Yeah.
And I know that you and I, if we could, would have both. I would have a dog and a cat.
I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I also I'm sometimes a morning person and sometimes a night person. I love to be alone, but I also like to be with my little group. It depends on the day. So I really did find myself feeling like I could fit into either of those depending on the day. But I thought it was fascinating. They've done such research.
Yes, that is interesting. And I mean, it's one of those things like, I've always said, like, if you don't like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's because you've never watched Buffy the Vampire
Well, yeah,
Slayer.
like
And
cats.
I think that if you don't like cats or you don't like dogs, you just
Mhm.
haven't had one yet,
Yeah. Yeah, you
or
haven't had the opportunity to bond with them.
been around one.
Yeah.
'Cause, I was a little scared of dogs for a long
Mhm.
time when I was,
Mhm.
like, younger, and then I think one of my first jobs, maybe not my first jobs in a cafe, but, um, I had a job in a coffee shop that had a really big patio, and
Mhm.
people would bring their dogs to sit on this patio for hours, and so I had the opportunity, um, to meet a lot of these regulars' dogs,
Oh,
and it
lucky.
it allowed me to really get to know dogs
Yeah.
in a safe environment because 'cause they're there with their owners,
Yeah.
and learn that different breeds have different personalities, like, I didn't, you know,
Yeah.
there wasn't an internet
No,
yet,
no,
so
it didn't exist. You had to figure it out.
I had to figure it out, and yeah, it allowed me to see dogs very differently and get to know
Mhm.
them, so I think it's just one of those things, like, anytime people are like, "Oh, I don't really like dogs," and it's like, well, it's possible you're not a dog person, but also maybe you just haven't, like, met and, like, gotten to know, like, what it is to be a
And the
dog owner.
opportunity to love a dog and to be loved by a dog. And, like, the thing about dogs are they are higher maintenance. They're financially a luxury.
Mhm.
They require so much more time, attention, and financial stability. But they're just heaven. They're heaven as we
Yes.
are so lucky to have them. And I feel equally about cats. I am like, how can you not love everything about a
Do you
fucking
not
cat?
love
They're
this
cute as
little cat?
hell.
Look, she's
I
just
know, the
taking her
little
puppy ass.
oh, now she's a little round circle.
Yeah.
It's so cute. She looks like a kitten. She looks so tiny.
Oh,
Sweet girl.
she is a sweet girl.
What have you been doing to bring yourself joy this week, Addy?
Well, it's been a rough week, Julie.
Oh,
Um,
no.
uh, I rewatched, the Hunger Games series with my husband, and I've been reading, the one
Fun.
that came out, I think, last year, but I just hadn't read it yet. So I've been reading the new one, which is a prequel. It's about Hamish's, um, experience.
Nice. Yes,
And
that's right.
look, it's really dark and it's fucked up, but I still like it still brings me joy, just because good writing and an exciting book always makes
Yeah.
you feel better.
Yep.
And then Gary and I went to go see The Mandalorian and Grogu yesterday.
Lovely.
I'm not certain why so many people hate on it, other than at this point, like, Star Wars fans just hate on everything Star Wars, which
Nothing's good enough. Yeah.
which means you're not a Star Wars fan.
I love
Like,
it all.
don't call yourself a fan just so you can hate on things. I don't
Mm,
understand that. Maybe we should do,
no.
like, a deep dive onto, like, why people enjoy hating things so much.
I don't know,
And it
because I just feel like if I don't love it, I say, it wasn't for me.
wasn't for me.
And it's for somebody, but it isn't for me is an okay thing to
Look,
say.
it looks great. It's chock-a-block with action. There's
Mm,
no deeper meaning to it. You're just
mhm,
enjoying basically a long Mandalorian
mm,
episode.
lovely.
There's all sorts of monsters, which is very fun. There's puppets, which is very fun.
Totally
The
fun.
music is great. Like, there were some scenes with, like, music, and I was like, "Oh, this is just." It's I'd forgotten how fun it is in Star Wars movies when, like, there's different music for different cultures,
Yes. Yes.
Sigourney Weaver, like, come on.
Oh, I just her being there. I'm in.
Yeah, she's, like, the head of the, new rebellion,
Mm,
that's giving him jobs to do, and she
goddamn
shows up
treasure.
to, like, help him at one point, which is very fun, and
I can't wait. I'm gonna go soon because I can't wait.
yeah,
So
to kick off the summer blockbusters,
mm,
yeah, Star Wars, Jesus
so
Christ, get into it, people.
why are you ever gonna complain about anything with Pedro Pascal in it?
I mean, oh my
I'd
god,
watch him
he's so handsome.
read something boring. I'd watch him I would watch him sit on the toilet. I would watch him. Yes. I love him. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to go. So I'm glad you got to do that.
Yes.
So much joy. Well, somebody brilliant and kind and generous gifted me an HBO membership. Could it be you, Addy? Could it be the best gift? People, I will tell you, if you're searching for a gift for someone that you love, that you is hard to buy for, give them money to get a subscription to a streaming service they don't have, because the joy it brings in hours and hours of entertainment is so smart. It's the smartest gift. And it would not, like I said to you, it would not have occurred to me. And yet here I am enjoying every second of it. Clint and I
Yeah.
restarted Game of Thrones, which we haven't watched since it started. So, and there's, parts of it are awful and I can't watch because I'm horrified, but it's so fascinating.
Watching Game of Thrones, like I'd say 1/3 of it, I'm like this.
Me too. Me too. I can't do it. But Clint loves it. So it's something we can do together. And I love that.
Yes.
He and I have to tell you, because I was laughing so hard. So, our girl that I talked about last week, Tatiana writes, that we love so much. I was on Instagram and he was next to me, and this guy pops up. Don't give men microphones, and he's talking about how he's like, I don't know how many times I have to say this. I don't understand why it's even a debate. If you're married, you don't have to ask permission to touch your wife's body. And he starts talking about this bullshit. And Clint, being funny, I promise you, it was like, oh, this is good information. I was like, fuck you. And we just laughed and laughed and laughed. And I was like, wait, I have to show you this woman because I know she's not popping up in his stream. No. And so I went to her page, and all I did was watch that first 10 seconds where she plays somebody talking some shit and then goes, yeah, nobody cares. And he and I were dying, cracking up, laughing at every single one, just her delivery. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, I thought, I have loved her so much that sharing her with anyone, if even one person goes to look for her, I find that to be positive. So I found another one that I think everyone should watch. And his name is Ian Lightfoot. And he famously eats popcorn while he talks to you. And what he does is tell you like some amazing woman that was canceled for doing something tiny and stupid, and why, let's talk about some men who should have been canceled.
Yes.
Have you seen him? Yeah.
I have.
Here's some men that did some fucking awful shit that should have been canceled. And then he gives you the laundry list of why they're trash.
Yes.
And bless his sweet little gay heart. I love him so much. I think his delivery is perfect. He is, I love him. So like, if you can find something like that in your feed where, you can go to their page, Ian Lightfoot, spelt exactly like it sounds, Ian, and Lightfoot, exactly how it is. But I bless his sweetheart. So I have been enjoying him thoroughly, along with my new HBO membership. Those are the two highlights of my week, besides like going yesterday and spending the day with my family. Yesterday was Memorial Day, and it's this day off that my husband never gets, a day off that's a weekday. So we went to the water and I sat in the shade and enjoyed the quiet, and my husband and my child were in the water, and just hanging out and spending the day together was really nice. And then getting takeout rather than cooking, the little joys.
Yeah. Little joys. Yeah.
And then it was hot, but it started thundering, lightning, and raining, which was kind of exciting. Rain. I love pouring rain.
It's, we're having May Gray here in San Diego, and I wish it would like thunderstorm or something like that, because that would be way more fun.
So it feels refreshing, doesn't it? It feels like a new start, and it only lasted 30 minutes. So then it was just over, but everything was fresh and rainy, and I loved that. So those are my joys of the week.
I love it.
And seeing you, of course.
Yay. Oh, well, sorry we went a little long, people.
Oh, we did. Well, you could have listened at 1 time speed, 2 times speed. I don't know if you can hear us. We talk so fast anyway.
I know. Well, look, we had a lot to say, and I took a little longer for Helena because she had quite a life, and there's a lot of information there, and it's still under an hour.
It is. Yeah. I don't think anyone's complaining, my love. It was great.
I don't think so either.
Yay.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Julie.
Thank you.
And I love you.
Chat soon. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Lazy. I wanna be lazy.